In today's video, I'm working with one of my techs, William, to install some access points in an industrial environment. The site is kind of loud, so some of the audio isn't the greatest, and I'll do some voiceovers to kind of compensate for that. The environment's also very dirty, and they have the doors open a lot, so all of the APs are inside of protective enclosures. And we also had two APs on the outside of the building. William and I were trying out a new pair of snips. He ended up cutting his hand during the video. So there's a little bit of blood at one point, but I'll keep that to a minimum. Let's get into it. First of all, we started with the external APs. They're in an enclosure like a lot of external ones are to protect them from the elements. We had to use a scissor lift to get to the height.
So do the top or bottom screws first?
No, don't undo the bottom ones. Because you just leave the bottom ones in and it'll pivot and lay on that. Because that's what I had to fight with to get it back in there. So if you just take the top two out, it should just lay down.
Like a good boss, I had already done the other external access point, so I kind of knew how this enclosure worked. There was this plate, and on the one that I didn't realize this, so I took all the screws out of it and ended up having to fight to get that plate back on, when in the end all I had to do was undo the top two screws and it would just lay down flat, and then we would have access to the access point behind it. So it's a lot easier to deal with once, we had seen it once. And you see this a lot in this industry where you'll go out and you'll see equipment you've never encountered before, and it's a bunch of figure it out kind of stuff. Once we got that plate to lay down, then all we had to do was swap the access point. And I love these kind of jobs. We're not running cable, we're not mounting the enclosures. All we had to do was open the enclosure, pull the old AP out, and put the new AP in, and put the antenna plugs back onto the new AP. And it's a standard Cisco mounting plate, so you just have to get it lined up, slid over, and locked into place, which, because of the enclosure, you can't really see clearly.
Cables on the right, correct?
Yeah. I got the left side locked in. There we go. There we go.
Now that we finally got the AP to mount to the plate, we just pull the little black protectors off of the antenna connectors, and we reattach the antennas.
Yeah, leaving that bottom deal on.
Definitely.
Those two bottom because
those
stupid little things kept flopping down and I couldn't get behind it to hold them in place.
That sounds like what took most of the time.
Yeah. Oh, we also need to put that seal back in up there on that top door. See how that seal's kind of coming out?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, you need to stuff that back in. That way it'll have a weather seal. It's kind of cracked, but at least it'll be in there.
Now that we've got all the antennas plugged back in, we just reconnect to the biscuit jack that is inside the enclosure. Get all the cables kind of wrapped up and managed inside so we can get everything closed up nice and snug, protect it from the weather.
I think that's what that door is for, to hold all that back.
Okay. One screw.
Yep.
The other.
Oh, I got it in my pocket. And when it goes into that plastic, that black plastic, you'll have to like screw it to get it to go through the black plastic before you even get to the threads.
Now we got Big Willie running the lift. We're going to go inside and work on the APs inside the building. Are you an IT field tech contractor struggling to make enough money on marketplaces like Work Market and Field Nation? Are you tired of seeing tickets routed out at $25, $35 an hour? The Field Tech Academy Direct Client Package can help with this. The package has over 40 different national clients. I have technicians who are earning over $3,000 a month. I earn more with my direct clients than I do with Work Market and Field Nation combined. Click the link and it will take you to the direct client package information page. I don't know who designed this and who decided to install this here, but you have a big old beam that blocks you from being able to even hardly open the enclosure on this thing.
It's a tight fit in there.
Yeah.
That beam.
I'm like, they cannot have a very big technician over here.
And that's funny because that's even on the...
Oh, on the ends. I've never seen one that corroded that bad.
Man, wow. Yeah, we need to re-terminate that.
It's probably worth it, yeah, just to do
And
it.
we got plenty of slack. Okay. You okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, Band-Aid though. I snipped myself.
Man, he cut himself good too. So when you're working with a new pair of snips, you might be careful and make sure you don't put the blades towards your fingers. But I love how he keeps trying to get the job done. He keeps checking his fingers, see how much blood is there. And finally, I'm like, okay, Will, that's enough. It's time to get you patched up. And then we move on and finish up the job.
Okay.
Well, I hope you enjoyed watching Big Willie work. If you got value today, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to check out my other example service call videos to get other ideas of how other types of jobs go out in the real world, out in the field. And as always, let's get you out in the field making money. I'll see you in the next video.